have answers. Did Zeus say he needs a bath? No, Dave Wilson. No, I did not. Why would I say I need a bath? Come on now, cut it out. You know what I wanted to talk about. Those Biden seems to be getting tough at the border, and aren't we excited? You've been asking for some support out there at the border, and they just announced 1,500 military personnel going to the border. Oh yes, Joby, greetings. How are you doing? Good morning or good afternoon, I should say. Streets, you said that Zeus is hated. Good, cut it out, Streets. Why would they hate Zeus? Yes, Joby, greetings.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
All right. Long time no see. What brings you to the closet of truth? Is there some truth out there you would like to unpack? What's up from Detroit?
Um, I think we're all in a lot of trouble
Why?
with the current financial situation, having until June 1st
Oh,
to
the
get
debt
it in
ceiling.
order.
Oh, the debt ceiling.
Yes,
Mm.
I think so lots of real world issues will be realized if we don't fix this relatively fast.
Well, what do you think is going to take to fix it? Who's
Bipartisan agreement, which is we are so far from that now that it doesn't seem attainable.
mm. Wow. Well, who do you think is holding it up? Is it Biden or is it
No.
McCarthy? Or
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
it's McCarthy.
yeah. Well, you know what this is about. This is called sabotage and then blame. Sabotage and blame. That's the game they like to play in Congress. I'm very familiar with it. But this is just going to be to me another reason why most people will not be voting for the Republican Party next election cycle. They don't really seem to get it.
But what scares me is people will not vote, period. That's what's scaring me.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that. Maybe a certain group of people won't, but I do believe that the vast majority of people today, they do not want to see Donald Trump in office again.
Ever.
More than ever. Do you want to see him in office again?
Principal's office, the warden's
Oh,
office.
oh, mm, yeah. Yeah, well, we got a long way to go. This isn't even the fourth quarter.
What do you mean?
We got a long way to go before it's time to vote again, and a lot can happen. Last time we had an election cycle, fourth quarter, COVID came, and you saw how it went, right?
Oh yeah.
So you really can't put all your eggs in one basket, if you ask me. We got a long way to go. I mean, we still haven't seen what Jack Smith is going to unleash once he drops that bomb in terms of evidence. You know what I mean?
When's that supposed to be coming up?
Oh. And the beauty about it is, I don't think when Jack Smith gets done, it's just going to be Donald Trump. I think there's going to be some members in Congress as well. What do you think?
Well, if he pulls Donald Trump first, we know what Donald Trump's going to do. He going,
Hmm.
what do you see? He sing like a bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He'll rat anybody out that he thinks should be punished by it. He's not the kind of person to take the blame.
Exactly. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He's going to try to throw as many people under the bus
Oh, of course.
as he can. And there's really no hope at this point. And we have Fonnie Willis out there in Atlanta, and she's got not just Trump in her crosshairs, but I would argue she has a lot of other members in Congress in her crosshairs, right?
Many.
Yeah, a lot can happen before the next election cycle. Greetings, attacking, yes, and my hope is that the truth continues to come out so that when people go vote, they know who they're actually supporting.
So, what do you think of the Texas governor leading with calling the murder victims illegal immigrants when they weren't?
I heard he retracted that statement.
Yeah, but once you don't, that don't matter.
Yeah.
You do it before you put it out there. You get your facts straight before you put it out there.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people on the right, that's all they hear is the first thing he said, not the retraction.
Well, people are entitled to their opinion, Joby, but it doesn't change. People are entitled to their opinion, did you Joby, get a but it call, doesn't Joby? Change. People are entitled to their opinion, Joby, but it doesn't change. You gotta send another guest request, brother Joby. You gotta echo. Maybe you gotta call or something. Yes, streets. I am a person that's not liked out here in these TikTok streets, because I am Triple H. Honest, humble, and handsome. They don't like me because I tell the truth. Okay, but I will continue to tell the truth. Okay, you know what I told them? Go ahead and block Zeus. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, you got a call.
And I saw that
Positive truth.
My Pillow guy doubled down on his election claim, even after the guy that won $5 million from him. But you can tell when he was on his last podcast on somebody's show, it's a different tone now with the My Pillow guy. He's angry now, and because I think when you lash out that way, you're wrong, and now you just want to yell, and he's
Cut it
that.
out.
So when he interviews now, he's yelling about it and not talking about it anymore. So he knows he's wrong. And the guy's got, come on, the dude was an ex-drug addict, scraped himself up from the bottom, made himself a millionaire, multimillionaire, and he's throwing it all away for this knucklehead. I don't get that.
Like Rudy Giuliani and a whole host of others. I don't like to promote any lies and conspiracies, but I would like to go. I suspect that perhaps the reason these folks are pledging allegiance to Donald Trump, because I always ask people, do you pledge allegiance to the United States Constitution or to a person? And they in my live, they tell me, oh, it's to the Constitution. But with their money, it's to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So I'm not falling for the shenanigans. It is what it is. Just say you pledge allegiance to Donald Trump, okay? And why? And I think it's possibly, I don't like conspiracies, but I think Trump has dirt on all of these people. What do you think? Like Russia has dirt on Trump.
I think he must have something, because you can't wield that kind of power with nothing behind it.
No.
So they're scared of something. I don't know what they're scared of. They are definitely afraid of something. No, they're afraid of something.
I love you too. Yeah, yeah. And do you think Trump is as wealthy as they like to say he is?
No, of course not. Of course he's not. Why is he grift? And when he's selling books and selling NFT cards, he doesn't have the money people think that he's saying he has. Not even close. If he has that kind of money, why is he asking for yours?
Well, those are good questions, but a lot of people come into my live and they tell me, Zeus, you're lying about everything you say. Trump is very wealthy, okay? And he's on top of the Forbes list, but they won't do that because they don't want Trump to get credit, and he's a great businessman. That's what they tell me.
Well, they know he's not. I mean, if you were a businessman, would you go into business with Donald Trump?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
It depends on if the business is crime. Possibly. No, you know what? Because he gets caught too much. Caught too much.
He's not a mastermind.
You know what gets me is the whole lock her up thing that he was doing when he ran, when he was campaigning. Lock her up. And the only person that we see getting locked up is him.
Yeah, and I mean, look at all the people in his cabinet that literally got locked up.
Thousands of them.
How many people in Hillary's cabinet got locked up? Went to jail. How many people in Hillary's cabinet or Joe Biden's cabinet went to jail?
I can't think of them. There's none. Even if they went, they weren't that high ranking. We're talking about high ranking folks.
Yeah.
The day Trump got into office, charges and criminals started getting caught, right? Michael Flynn, day one. Wasn't that day one when Michael Flynn was caught? Nasty.
And they went to jail. They did jail time. If not for his pardons, they'd still be there now.
And this is and then they get mad at us, Joby. They get mad at us. They tell us
Yeah, and
we're
just
the
so you
problem.
folks in the comments know, I'm not reading that, so you can save your little fingers.
What they say.
I don't know. I'm not reading any of it.
Oh yeah.
I never do.
I read it, and if they say something truthful and honest, I'll support it. And if they make up things out there, I'll still, look at it and say, I've heard better. Well, out there in the comment section, you got to get more new material and come with more jokes and more conspiracies because I've mastered all of the conspiracies. I was cruising through some of Trump's conspiracies and I found the one that he had about Kamala Harris. Do you remember that one?
No, what was that?
Oh, he was saying that she was ineligible to be vice president because there was questions about where she was born. You didn't hear about this?
Oh, her too, huh? So
Huh?
only people of color he seems to have questions. The only people he has questions about official president or vice president are people of color. You notice that?
Mm, I didn't want to put that spin on it, but it was,
No.
it does have some overlapping similarities between his conspiracy about Barack Hussein
Yeah.
Obama.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, no, she was cheating. Oh, wait a second. No, she was cheating with a married man to get into politics. Mm. Well, speaking of cheating, would you say the same thing about Donald Trump? Perhaps
And
did he?
his 15 wives. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
did he cheat? Did he cheat with someone perhaps named Stormy Daniels to get and then pay some hush money so he could get into politics? Perhaps
Maybe I heard that might have happened. I'm not sure though.
tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay.
Ah,
Felix, I'm glad that you are here once again, getting your daily dose of truth from Zeus and company in the closet of truth. A lot of people don't like to be this blunt and honest about what's happening, but it seems like Joby and we don't mind.
nah, it don't bother me one bit.
Someone has to reach the Trump supporters where they are and say, "Hey, enough. Just stop."
I'm
Right?
I'm I'm noticing the rhetoric in a lot of the Trump supporters is getting more aggressive.
Why are they upset?
I think because they know there's not enough room on the big door for all of them.
Oh, I don't think Trump supporters are upset anymore. I think it's they've accepted the fact that Joe Biden won the 2020 election. They've accepted the fact that Trump was responsible for what happened on January 6th, and they've accepted the fact that Trump's a criminal. So I don't think there's any reason to be upset, is there?
For all the above.
Nope. I was reading it to my friends on the right. I was reading today that it's starting to look more and more like Trump is in a lot more trouble than originally thought. Yeah,
Right.
it's not just him, organizing what happened on January 6th, but it's the wire fraud, it's the crime exception, okay, and the actual crime of encouraging people to commit violence. This guy Jack Smith is all over, and he won't be able to get a pardon or pardon himself.
I
Pardon
mean,
me. Can I get some grapefruit pardon?
Trump has extraordinary power as an ex-president. He hasn't helped one January 6th convict out yet. Not one of them.
He gave her a hug though the other day. I
Yeah,
heard.
but
Remember?
he has not helped one person who is in jail, and there's
Mm,
hundreds of them. He has not helped one person out yet.
mm,
Why not?
mm. What do you mean
The-
help? Do you think he should like put money on their books, perhaps pay for?
Kim Kardashian got more people out of jail than he did.
Well, mm,
He ain't helped one person yet.
that's you know what they say, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck. These are not lies, Felix. Unfortunately, this is your reality.
Yes, there are people in jail right now who would normally not be in jail. They'd be
Mm.
home with their families and their children, and they're
Oh,
in jail. And if you ask them why they're in jail, they will tell you because they followed Donald Trump's orders. That's why they're there.
oh. Mm. Well, I had an amazing guest today. She came in and I know she believed what she was saying. And she took me on that journey about it was Antifa dressed in Trump supporter gear on January 6th. You've heard this over and over, right? Ad nauseum. And
Right.
there's no one that can answer me, people who believe that. No one can answer me the one question, which is why was Marjorie Taylor Greene visiting these people if they were really Antifa and BLM? Why was she visiting them in DC?
And your second question would be why, if they were BLM or whoever she thinks they were, why would Trump pledge to pardon them if he gets reelected? Why would he pledge to pardon Black Lives Matter people?
Yeah, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're
It's common
reasonable.
sense, man.
We're reasonable guys out here on TikTok. We want truth just like you, but you got to make it make sense. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene on your team or not?
Well, who is she visiting? Is it Black Lives Matter she's visiting? Is Matt Getz going to see Black Lives Matter people that are locked up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is real battlefield stuff. Now, I see Streets is here. I'm going to ask him to come on up. I think he has something to say to Zeus. Perhaps he says that I'm the most feared man on TikTok. I hear.
You don't want to be that.
Well, it's just because I'm honest, Triple H, and so maybe he can weigh in on that. Oh, I guess his connection's not so good. Ah.
How's our boy doing?
Streets, where did you go? Okay, let's see. Where does he? Where is Streets at? Where is Streets at? Yes, I am honest, ladies and gentlemen, and I hang out with people who are honest. I don't hang out. Well, I talk to a lot of people who are struggling to be honest. Okay, but for the most part, sorry, Zeus, but for me, Biden is an idiot. What makes Biden an idiot? Come on now, Biden's doing, if you ask me, a pretty stand-up job. If you ask me. Okay, let me see what I got for Felix, because Felix definitely knows Zeus, and I feel like he's going to give me a balanced perspective. Felix.
Hold on, let me get the camera on.
Yeah. Why did you say, Felix?
Oh,
Why,
Jesus.
why did you say I was evil?
It's Zeus.
Hey, Miss Felix, how are you?
It's evil Zeus.
Good. I'm not happy that I spent $64 today at the grocery store.
Well, did you make Felix pay for it?
Well, technically it is.
It's both of our money, so
Okay. No, Felix, it's not both. It's her money.
no, it's both.
No.
Yeah,
You better listen up, Felix.
it's both.
Go ahead and see.
It's both
Now,
of our
now
money.
Felix, let's get down to business because I got to bring
It's
other
both
guests.
of our money. You want to know something? We live together. It's both of our money.
Okay. I don't need you admitting anymore other than just I got some things I would like to ask you. So you said Zeus was evil. I wanted you to explain what you meant by that.
Because you just say out loud.
Well, are you a fan of what I do out here? Because I always see you wherever I go, and I'm just curious, how does that work?
You're
Huh?
not gonna trick me, Zeus, and your little
Thank you, Joby.
mind games.
There's no mind game to what I do, Felix. It's just being honest and telling the truth. So, is there anything that you can point to that I may have not been accurate about? Thank you for the gift.
Yeah,
Okay, what is it?
I told you. Biden. The first thing he did was the pipeline, and he ruined the prices going up. All the prices.
No, the prices are actually going down, Felix, and
No,
you know that.
it's right here. It's on this thing right here.
What exactly is
Grocery,
What exactly is that, Felix?
grocery receipt.
Okay.
Right here.
If the prices were going down, butter wouldn't be $7.
Yeah, butter's $7. What the heck?
Oh, okay. So, what kind of butter are you buying? Because I'm looking at my notes right now, and as far as I'm concerned, inflation is cooling.
No, it's
Biden.
not.
It's healthy butter.
No, it's not.
Okay, yeah.
We want to have money fast.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so So Felix, what are you doing to help recover the lost money that you claim you're losing? Because every time I talk to you, you're out eating out like life's good.
No,
You're
I'm not
traveling.
eating out. No, I don't have no. We not. We getting groceries, and it
Okay.
sucks the money.
Okay. So how much did you spend on that grocery bill?
Right today was $64.
That's nothing. And how many items did you get? And name the brand of butter that cost $7,
No,
please.
no, we didn't get the. She didn't get the butter. It was $7 because it was
Oh,
$7. Okay,
Oh, I
wait.
got different butter.
For garbage
what
bags,
was the name of the $7
for
butter?
garbage bags, $9.99. Okay, for
Felix,
bath tissue, toilet paper, $5.99. For
what brand?
I'll
Felix.
just keep naming them off. Uh, organic.
Oh,
Wait,
organic? You're eating
organic
organic
bananas.
food and you're crying about the price?
One. Okay, wait. One's fine. Okay.
We have to eat
Wait.
healthy.
Strawberries, $3.99.
Strawberries?
Okay.
No.
No,
They
I
were
read the place.
$1.
$1.
See?
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, $9.99, $5.99, $1.69, $3.59.
$1
One
and 60 Felix, wait a second. What costs $1.69? I'm helping you audit your expenses. What did you buy for $1.69, Felix? See, this is why, Felix, you get in here, you start crying about prices. A
That
dollar
was the butter. Okay, that was the butter.
butter costs $1.69.
Okay, $1.69,
That was a
fine.
different
Okay,
one.
let me tell you about the prices. $5.97. What was
Stop it.
$5.97?
Felix,
The chicken
stop it.
breast. $5.97 for chicken. It should be at least $2 and $1.
What kind of chicken did you buy, Felix? Jesus.
Fresh chicken.
What? No, was it fresh? Look like was it? What part of the chicken was it? How many pounds?
How many pounds?
4 pounds?
4 pounds.
4 pounds of chicken for five. Felix, when was the last time you went through a drive-through?
Let me tell you something. When you're on a budget,
Yeah, it's
okay,
hard.
it is hard, okay? You got more money than us in your pockets, okay? So there you go.
Felix, I'm done with you. Okay, because you're not making sense to me.
No.
You know good and well you're getting a good
Inflation
deal.
is still
Show him
up.
where. Show him.
Jewel Osco. You
No,
don't have a
no,
Jewel Osco by you in California.
no, Felix. I think you just got caught making up things that weren't true.
No.
You
I'm
told me
not.
the butter cost $7. Then
Yeah,
you read
she
off
didn't get the
$1.
butter. She didn't get the butter because it was $7.
You got the butter that you needed to get.
Okay. So what? It made $64. 64. Gone. Out the door.
I couldn't even get kitty litter. I had to go somewhere else to get kitty litter.
Felix, I'm gonna ask.
She only
that
gets
you-
okay. She only gets 200 something on a food stamp.
Okay, I don't want to get into your personal business, but I just want you to take
Not
that.
enough for a whole month. Not even enough for a whole month.
But Felix, the whole point here is you can afford to buy food, and
No,
you
we
got
can't.
you. No. You spent $65, and you got into this live, and you tried to make me think that you.
Okay, take what you want. Okay, Golden State fan, Lakers fan.
I
They're
had
gonna lose. Both of the teams are gonna
Okay.
lose.
Okay,
$5.
fair enough, Felix.
Both teams are gonna lose, and Boston's
Fair
gonna
enough.
lose too.
Fair enough. So this is
I'll
what
come
this.
back to you when they both lose, and then Boston
Well,
too. All three teams.
Okay. Well, you know what, Felix? I definitely appreciate checking in with you, but
You
unfortunately,
got, hey, you make more money than I do. Okay.
who? How do you
You.
know that? No one told you
I
that.
know. I know.
Okay, but I
You
want
don't
you
have to
to
tell me, but I know.
I just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much for those gifts right there. I guess I do make more money than you now, Felix. I just wanted to make sure
There you go.
you understand that there's people out here on TikTok who follow you, who listen to you, and that you gotta start telling them the truth about what you're really experiencing. These folks, you got up here, you started crying and saying, I can't afford things, but you pulled out this long receipt. That receipt had to at least be, what, 2 feet long of groceries you got, okay? And
Hey,
you
well,
got them at a good price.
Wick. Stop cheating the government. I'm not cheating the government, first of all. And that's her choice if she wants to get a job. Okay, I have a part-time job. That's her choice. I told
Right.
her before she doesn't want to get a job.
Wait a
That's her
minute.
choice.
Hold on. Let me speak
Uh-oh.
my.
No, this
Uh-oh.
Wick guy.
Can I say
Okay.
something?
No,
Okay,
no.
Felix, let me hear from Mrs. Felix, please, before I move on, please. Hello,
Rick,
Miss Felix.
Rick, I'm gonna say this to you, okay? If I get a job, I'm gonna lose everything. Okay?
Yeah, she'll lose her Medicaid.
And I can't lose my insurance.
She'll lose her
Can't.
Medicaid. There you go. Cause I lost my Medicaid, and stuff for getting a part-time job. I lost my Medicaid. I
Okay,
only have my
okay,
Medicare.
okay. Well, you know what, Felix? I appreciate that you're
That's the
honest, but
truth right there. That's the truth.
no,
She'll
but
lose her job if she makes
I
money.
don't think you should be
Medicaid.
repeating this kind of stuff out here on these TikTok streets, Felix. Okay? So, along those lines, I appreciate you always looking out for Zeus. You look out for me in the way you can, even though
No,
you know
yeah. We're
even
not
though you
legally
know I'm
married,
telling,
anyways.
huh?
Somebody said we're married. We're not legally married.
Felix, okay.
You want anything else to know, people?
Nope. You've told me enough, Felix. But
I don't want to be nosy.
no. All right, Felix. I'm gonna have to bring up the next guest. Okay?
No, let me tell off the next guest.
No,
Let me
no,
cut him
no, no, no.
Start.
This is Felix. Thank you so much. All right. And I got to do that, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to protect Felix. Sometimes he's just so excited to see Zeus that he just tells everything, and I don't need Felix to do that. You know, these people, Felix, you know, they're not as nice as I am. Okay, they're really not. Okay, and what you're saying is definitely questionable. All right. We got somebody else in the box.
Yeah, what
Champ,
up?
what's going on, Champ?
Nothing, man. I think I hit that button back when you guys were talking about Trump directly,
Mm,
and and basically how truthfully he's a criminal. And I think the report from back in the day that everybody thought, oh, see, he didn't actually collude with Russians and blah blah blah. And if you read the report, it looks more as if that Trump and his friends and his cronies were too stupid to collaborate with Russia. They just
oh,
didn't do it right, and Russia was actually shocked and amazed by that.
oh, oh. So you believe he did collude with Russia or no?
I
Maybe.
believe they definitely tried. They
Mm,
definitely tried, and they just did not know what to do, how to do it, or when to get started.
mm,
And Russia kind of was like, well, what can we do with these people? And they
danger.
found a good thing that they could do with it, which was, Ukraine and whatever information they probably got up with the from the servers hacked by the by Fancy Bear, that they got all that. They must have a bunch of dirt on Republicans and some
Yeah.
Democrats because it just everyone just flipped overnight.
Yeah. I completely agree that they got to have dirt because I know that the Republican Party, what it was before and what it is now, was two different things. Wouldn't you
Yeah, I
agree?
mean the neocons had their were living their best life at the point, and then suddenly, you know, and the Tea Party was still on the outer edges, and they were already failed and almost out of the way, and
Mm,
then suddenly Trump shows up, and all the Tea Partiers go Trump. And I know she descended this elevator, went on a racist rant, and everybody's like, "That's exactly what I wanted to hear." And
mm.
still, he barely won, and
He
people are
barely
shocked
won.
by this that he didn't win again.
Mm.
But hey.
Yeah, yeah. You're onto something, and that's why I say Trump definitely knew how to tap in to those individuals with the lies and misinformation, and they just eat it right up. Did they really? Do you think people really disliked Obama that much?
Certain people. I mean, really, the fact of the matter is that, like, how they say, "Oh, you're so intelligent, so
Yeah,
articulate," blah
yeah.
blah blah. It's like, so he wasn't just that. He was literally the ideal. If he'd
Mm.
have been a white guy, he would have been the absolute, pinnacle of. So he comes from this, lower middle class background. He basically did make his own way, and
Modest means he pulled himself up. Hello, little miss. Nice to see you. He pulled himself up and made himself a model citizen of these lovely United States. That's what
yes,
Obama did. And I don't get it.
that's what
I
he
don't
did.
get why they're so they're so upset with Obama, why they're so upset with Biden and Kamala Harris. I just don't get it.
Well, they don't like Biden because they wanted another 4 year of Trump, but and they look at him as Obama too, which he isn't. Truthfully, Biden is actually more successful than Obama at this point, passing legislation. He gets most of the stuff he wants through, and that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
if we had, I'm more of a leftist, so like even if somebody more centrist like your boy
Obama's third term.
not
They
a
say it's Obama's third term.
yeah, that's what they want to call it. It's not Obama's third term.
No, sorry,
It's
we got to
definitely
push
not.
back. We're pushing back on that narrative in the closet of truth today. This is not Obama's third term. I didn't see Obama on the ballot. You know he wasn't there.
Obama's tired. He's tired of this
Yeah.
stuff. You know, he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. I mean, you remember the rumors were like maybe Michelle will run, and Michelle was like, nah. I see what y'all did. I'm good.
No. Who, you know, being a president is definitely a job. It's a tough job, but there's just no way that he could be doing all these activities he's doing, and then on top of that, running the White House. Come on, folks. You see Joe
Right.
Biden. You see Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is aging like a pear in the heat. Like he's definitely the president. Like he's
Yeah.
definitely doing his thing.
Exactly.
Whether you like him or don't like him, I find some of his policies, bothersome. But like, I mean,
no
what
one's,
the alternative?
no one's perfect, but we're a long distance in terms of him being like the previous president, right? In terms of
Oh, definitely, yeah. You just needed somebody marginally capable. I mean, we could have had George Bush back, and it would have been better. It would have been. Trump was so incompetent. That was the first complaints I had about him. I said, "Well, he's here. Let's see what he does." And he was incompetent from the first few weeks. From the first few weeks,
yeah,
incompetent. And I was just like, "Wow, who's this bad at this?"
yeah,
And I figured, well, maybe he'll get a hang of it because I thought he was like, reasonably smart.
dude.
The man is not reasonably smart. He's not even averagely smart. He's
No.
just not.
He's vain. He's
Yeah.
senile. He's petty, and he's a criminal. Trump is a criminal, as far as I am concerned. I know criminals.
Well, as far as
see
several
them.
states are concerned too, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. What would make a prosecutor like Alvin Bragg go out of his way to bring these kind of charges? Okay, what would make Fonnie Willis? What would make the United States government bring Jack Smith?
I mean, at this point, it's a joke.
Uh-oh. I think he got a phone call. We will see who ends up in jail. Absolutely. And it's Trump. Yes, Carrie, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I don't think he's going to jail. He still has enough money to keep himself out of jail and the right skin tone.
Well,
so.
you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna drain all of that money first, then put him in jail.
Well, hopefully he'll keep committing crimes, but he's getting a little old.
Well, you know what he's gonna do? Run out the clock. Yeah, just keep on committing those crimes, sir, until that bank account runs dry. Keep taking the money from the Trump supporters. Okay.
I mean, he had a vacation on us for a whole year, so
Tailor made.
He only was president like 3 of those 4 years. He was mostly golfing,
Yeah.
And I just found that funny that they kept bringing up Obama's golfing while this man was golfing. It's just funny, and I do believe that Trump derangement syndrome, which they try to accuse people who don't believe in Trump, is definitely something that impacts them.
They told me I have TDS, and I said
TDS is what they have.
Well, whatever it is, I told them give me more of it. Okay. All right, so
man.
we're gonna bring up the next guest. Okay.
Word.
But I appreciate checking in with you, Jim. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you because I like your conversation. I see your mind is where it needs to be. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I got that follow. All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Felix, I hope you're listening because this is where, yes, Angela, we do like him, huh? This is where the truth is for those of you who are still concerned. This is the closet of truth where all lies and misinformation and conspiracies will be disproved. Okay, and a lot of us were seasoned veterans at this. We've heard every single one of these conspiracies right here. Yes, Clinton, Bill Clinton. We got that over here. We got Ted Cruz. What else we got? We got information about COVID. Yeah. You know, I think Swervin knows about that one. I don't know if Swervin is still here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, we got a nice packed house. Okay, we're gonna get to some of these folks that I haven't talked to, and then we're gonna bring some of the crowd favorites. Yes, Daniel, thank you. Greetings. You know, Kamala Harris and President Biden, they put 1,500 military troops at the border today. I don't know exactly what their details are, but it does make a statement. You wanted him to be tough on immigration. You got it. This is why I keep telling people, be careful what you ask for. Because when you start begging Biden to get work done, you're going to have to start begging him to stop. Biden to get work. Oh my gosh, Shannon. I hear an echo.
Hello.
I hear an echo. There's an echo. You want to drop and come back up? You want to drop? Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. But you send another guest request. I'll give you a few seconds, and then if not, I will bring up the next guest. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Zeus doesn't have much time in the closet of truth. Welcome, Wakandan Songbird. Nice to see you. Yes. Okay, well, I guess that wraps that up. Now, let's get to the next person. He can't be persuaded. Yes. All right. Yes, brother, attacking. What you got?
Well, hello, Zeus. How are you?
Another day in the closet of truth. A lot of people don't like what we do over here.
Of course not. Zeus, you own a car?
No.
Do you know about mechanics on a car at all?
Mechanics?
Yeah.
I know a little something. What you got?
What does preventative maintenance do in regards to a car's health?
It extends the life of the engine and the transmission and stuff like that.
Okay, so that means owning a car, you worry about what the projected possibilities of it breaking down. So you do things to try to make sure it lasts longer, right?
Absolutely. If you are a responsible car owner.
A responsible car owner. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to show something, Zeus. You know me, I'm a good guy with video. So I'm going to play a little video. We all heard about the pandemic, did we not, Zeus?
Yes.
And normally you would have a person who has presidential, powers. They would think about things that possibly could happen to the United States, would they not?
If they're a good president and responsible, and yes.
Okay. Let me play this little video. Let me play this little video of this person here.
Okay.
Nobody knew there'd be a pandemic or an epidemic of this proportion.
5 years earlier, what did Obama say?
There may and likely will come a time in which we have both an airborne disease that is deadly. And in order for us to deal with that effectively, we have to put in place an infrastructure, not just here at home, but globally, that allows us to see it quickly, isolate it quickly, respond to it quickly.
Would this be considered preventative maintenance?
Absolutely, according to my understanding, sir.
Okay, so basically Donald Trump, who says he's a genius, says, why would anybody ever think that a pandemic could attack the United States? But yet, the first black president who is hated and lied about being born in Hawaii, but he came from Kenya, has that thought process to say, hey, we need to protect the American people in the possibilities of a pandemic harming us and the world. Wow.
Well, attacking, I'm gonna slow you down right there, because I'm already seeing people in the comment section saying Obama helped plan.
Yes.
That's that kung fu I was talking to you about. That's that mental kung fu. So what do you say to that?
Well, as Bruce Lee would say, "Wah!"
Now that was funny. Oh, so there's no answer. There's no
Yeah.
answers. What you're saying? You don't have any smoke for that.
No, it's ridiculous. It's be Watson, my friend. You can cry.
I'll say this. It makes me chuckle because I'm so confused about how much power these guys have. On one side, these people are sleepy, Joe. They can't get anything done. But then you hear Nancy Pelosi. She organized January 6th, and she sat on the committee to investigate it. Obama, he's running the shadow government, and he planned the pandemic. I mean, Biden is winning. Where do you draw? Where's fantasy and reality? What's the difference?
Don't forget the Democrats cheated in the 2020 election, but we only cheated for the president portion. We didn't care about the Senate or the House. How come? If we were going to cheat, wouldn't you think we would try to do it across the board?
Don't tell our secrets, attacking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I can't make sense of it. How much power does Obama have, and how much does Nancy and Biden? How much do they have? Hello,
not as much as these people think they have. It's kind of fun. I'm kind of glad. Joe Biden is Sleepy Joe, because could you imagine what he would be able to get done if he was awake? He's doing this sleeping. He's in bed. He's in bed running the country. The infrastructure, insulin, CHIPS bill, PACT Act, getting all this stuff taken care of. 12.5 million jobs. You're right. He's asleep. You're damn straight he's asleep. Just wait until he's awake. You guys are going to be bitching mega time.
And keep it clean, attacking. We don't allow cursing in here.
That was,
But I do love your passion, your excitement for the work President Biden is doing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are just asking because we want you to understand it's important that you're on the right side of history. We're asking you to cut it out.
Well, hold on here. 12.5 million jobs, question mark. If you were to go to the United States Bureau of Labor and Statistics, you'd be able to see that, because you know what's also on there?
What's there?
The information regards to Trump's job addition and loss. From the unemployment rate when he received it it from Obama at 4.7 to where he lowered it to 3.6, and then it shot back up to 16% in 2020 because he lost 6.5 million jobs. Yeah.
Attacking. I got another Bruce Lee moment for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what they are saying is that those jobs are not real jobs. Those are just the jobs that were lost during the pandemic that people got back.
Okay. So then let's do it this way.
Oh.
If they say that Trump didn't lose 6.5 million jobs during the pandemic in 2020, are they saying that he really lost 12.5 million jobs? And those are just being put back into place? So which one is it? Did he lose 6.5 or did he lose 12.5? You make a pick.
Pick it. And when they say this to me, from my vantage point, I've observed that a lot of businesses went out of business during the pandemic. A lot of people, they never got those jobs back. So I don't necessarily believe that those are the exact same jobs. A lot of companies had to restructure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, the thing is this: the hypocrisy in the statement that they just made about the jobs being added by under Biden, that they're just going back to work.
Yeah.
So the comment in itself is like a boomerang.
Oh.
It slaps them right back in the face. So are they saying that Trump did lose 12 million jobs during 2020? Because to lose them or to replace them, that means he had to have lost them. So
Right.
which one is it?
Which one is it?
The 6.5 or the 12.5? You take a pick. Pick the number.
Yeah. Can we get somebody out there that's an expert at all of this Trump and job loss stuff? Because I can't connect these kind of dots just yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, but the thing is this: they're not replacement. The 12 out of the 12.5 million jobs that Biden did put back, yes, 6.5 are the people going back to work. The additional 6.5 or 6 million are new jobs. So Biden is still adding
Greg.
about 2 million jobs a year because he's only been in presidency for 3 years. And that's still higher than Trump. And the unemployment rate, because the employment rate did
Tell
go
about
up,
the unemployment rate.
3.5.
3.5.
Wow.
You know, I think it's safe to say Biden loves this country. He loves this country. He spent so much time in government. He's been looking out for America for all these years. Seems like Biden is the way to go.
Biden is, and you know what? I'm waiting for some of the Bible thumping hypocrites. How come I haven't seen any posts from these people today?
There was some news that came out about the Christians. I don't know if you heard about it and who they're choosing to align with.
Satan or Trump? Are they trying to decide which one they want to go with?
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone then. But
yeah, you leave it alone. I'll do the other part.
Yes. I'm trying to run a clean operation.
My soul's already burnt to hell. I'm good with it.
Well, you can always, ask for forgiveness before you go.
Ask for forgiveness. Something Trump never did, because he himself said, "I have never asked God for forgiveness. I just never did because I just try to do better." So
hey, listen, that part got me when you said you try to do better. I had to go there with him, and I said, you know what? No, I don't think. Well, unless he's talking about doing better, being a criminal, perhaps,
possibly.
Yeah, maybe we got to get more clarification from Trump about that. Because
Donald Trump did say out on the grass, talking to the reporters as he's trying to get onto Marine One, as he looks up into the sky and his hands raised, "I am the chosen one."
Well, if Trump followed the good book, he knows what happened to Jesus in that Bible. He does know, right?
Wait a minute. The good book.
It wasn't just miracles that Jesus did, folks. You know how that story went. At some point in time, he had to deal with law and order.
Are you talking the good book in which he held in his right hand, upside down, to take a photo op after he used the DC cops to pepper spray and push non-violent protesters out of the way to get to the church?
Yeah, that was it.
Ah, my God. The thing is this.
Okay.
Me being 64 years old, you would think that my brain would be softening and forgetting things, and it's amazing how at the tip of my tongue I have so much pertinent information and facts without ever having to look it up. And yet when you ask a Bible thumping Trump lover for proof and information in anything that they say, they can never produce it. They say, "I'm not going to do your research for you." But yet, when I say something and I say it and I show it, they still don't believe it. Why is
Are you snapping your fingers?
I'm snapping my fingers, baby. I'm snapping my fingers. Yes, sir, I am.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Well, keep on. I feel
Hey,
like
by the way, I'm also
Yeah.
popping. I'm also popping my collar.
Oh
Snap!
Lord. Are you popping your collar because you come from a city where you pop your collar and you can't be saved by Creflo Dollar?
Yes.
Mm. Well, keep on popping, brother. Okay,
Hey,
the
brother.
truth is in you, and keep living that truth. Now, I do got to bring up our next guest.
Bring up the next guest, and by the
Yeah.
way, Zeus, you are the Triple H of all
Yeah.
Triple H's.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. Bye.
Thank you, brother. Attacking. Isn't he just so honest? See, ladies and gentlemen, it's nothing difficult about this. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. You can get into the box and just be honest. Tell us what's going on. All right, that's what we do over here on this side of town. Oh, we have a crowd favorite, a fan favorite, Brother Swervin. My man, Brother Swervin, how are you doing?
It's been a rough day, mate.
Oh, really?
Well, for me, it has anyway. I can't say about everybody else, but
well, hang in there. Hang in there.
I'm a hanging. I'm a hanging. I'm just one of our a close friend of ours. Me and my wife's was involved in an accident in Illinois yesterday, and she's in critical condition.
Oh,
I just spent I just spent the last hour at my VA being electrocuted. And it was some testing, but I won't go any further than that because I got to talk to my wife. Because they didn't really have a whole lot of good news for me. But
my condolences go out to you and your family at this moment. You know,
well,
you got to take care of family, bro.
I appreciate that, my friend. I'm just making my way home now. But I heard the kung fu reference, and I wanted to say this: when you can snatch the Trump hat from my hand, you will be ready.
Oh!
And then the second you snatch it out of her hand, that's when they go, no, wait, I wasn't ready. Give it back. I wasn't ready.
Oh, cut it out.
You can't do that, Alvin Braggs.
Oh.
You can't do that, Jack Smith. I wasn't ready.
Oh.
A little while ago, man, I was laying on that table with one of these rods in my foot. I'm sitting there, I'm like, WWJSD. What would Jack Smith do? Jack Smith would lay here and take it like a man, and that's what I did too.
Jack Smith, he's the most amazing person I've ever heard of. Isn't he? He's taking away all the options.
Well, with the new documentation that's been handed over to him from Truth Social, they may have some other issues there. You know, and this is the company, like Donald Trump was gifted 90% of the shares of Truth Social. Like what? And the money, they're like $8 or $9 million in debt. And they can't pay the debt because they don't have the fan base that Donald Trump just knew they were going to have. And they certainly don't have the advertisers that Donald Trump just knew they were going to have. And Devin Nunes and Donald Trump both sat there rubbing each other's head, talking about, don't worry, Google is going to come crawling back to us when we get this site up and running. And guess what? Google is like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for you.
We don't got time for you. You're criminals. We know where to find you. You're going to be wherever crime is.
I want to touch. Oh, absolutely.
We need
but
an
I did
NFT
want to touch
of
on something that Attacking said. I did want to touch on something Attacking said.
What part?
Because I know he's usually on point. I know he's got all his facts together. But Zeus, he said something that was flat out wrong a few minutes ago. It was wrong.
Well, tell the truth.
And I think
the devil.
A lot of the like Nutty Professor always says, the devil is a lie.
Yeah.
And they got to remember, Joe Biden didn't get us down to 3.5%. He got us down to 3.4%.
Oh, he forgot that point
3.4%.
one. You get that
He
attacking?
forgot that 0.1%. And
Mm.
that's a bad collision. He got
Mm.
down to that 3.4%. And the
Mm.
math adds up when you think about it. 6 million people went back to work, but then another 6.5 million jobs created under the
Mm-hmm.
Biden administration.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just people going back to work. But I love the conspiracy theory when they come in and they say, y'all don't seem to understand. Donald Trump is still the president.
Right.
Oh, so he's responsible for the low unemployment rate. Yeah, see, now you catching on. Yeah, okay. So he's also responsible for inflation and high gas prices. Well, no, that was Joe Biden. That's
Bring
when they'll
it
go, well,
back
no,
home.
that's
That's a good
that's
point.
that's when they'll go, well, that was all Joe Biden's fault. Well, wait a minute. You just said Donald Trump is still the president, meaning his presidential reign was never broken.
Right.
And how is it? I don't understand how
And
you can say it's Joe Biden's fault. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to research it and look it up, and they'll run.
well, and then if
Right.
Biden, if Trump is still the president, that means he can't get a third term, right?
Exactly. I'm also give you this latest conspiracy theory, which I just heard someone on the phone with while I was waiting to see my doctor at the VA.
Okay,
This
talk.
individual was actually on the phone, and they were talking about Disney. And the guy sitting next to me in the VA, he said, and I quote, well, the only reason Joe Biden is sticking up for Disney and not Ron DeSantis is because we all know Disney's real good at making them robots.
What?
And Joe Biden, I'm telling you right now, Joe Biden ain't nothing but a robot. He's probably sitting down there in Gitmo right now, waiting for his tribunal.
Oh my
And
God.
Zeus, Triple H.
Safeguard your mind, folks. Not everything that sounds good is good. Are you there, Brother Swervin? Are you
Triple
there?
H,
Yes.
most humble of humblest.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I literally didn't know what to do, man. I was like, what am I hearing? What the hell did I just hear? They actually so Disney made a perfectly good working robot of Joe Biden, put him in the White House after he stole the election. This robot stole the election.
Well,
And this is why Joe Biden ain't standing up for. Dude, I don't get it, man. I worry about them Zeus. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, my thing is, as you were saying that, there were people who were agreeing with you. They're agreeing with you about that. And
What, that Joe Biden is a robot?
Yeah, they're telling you tapped in and you are now able.
Hold up,
to...
let me. Zeus, give me 1 second. Let me. I just got pulled up, man. Let me get inside the house so I got a better connection.
Yeah, get that. You got to get that strong connection, okay? And while he's taking a break, I saw a comment in there, and it said that I'm double H. Blasphemy in the kingdom will not be tolerated. I am Triple H for a reason, okay? Because I am honest. Yes, I am the most honest person out here on TikTok. Humble. I'm definitely the most humble person you've ever known, especially out here on TikTok. There's no one more humble than me.
Especially out here on these TikTok streets.
Yes. And last but not least, I am the most handsome. All right.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. The connection is stronger than it ever has been.
Just like the force.
Yes. Now, the other question I wanted to ask you though is,
yes,
you heard about Biden him and Harris put these 1,500 troops at the border today.
Well, yeah, next week is going to be a calamity. And the reason being, I'm sure you're aware, Title 42 is going to
Yes.
expire next week, right?
Right. And as a
So-
concerned president, he's taking proactive measures.
And the problem, well, here's the biggest issue. Ever since Joe Biden has been president, the Republicans have been jumping on TV left and right, talking about we have open borders. Our borders are wide open. The borders are wide open.
Right.
So the people in Mexico and other countries, they see these Republicans repeating the same talking point. Our borders are wide open.
Oh,
And some of these folks make this long 2,500-mile trek
oh my God.
from Brazil to get here.
Wow.
And
So, wait a second. I want to make sure they caught what you just said.
Yes.
What he's saying is the Republican Party are advertising the borders are wide open, and that's making the people below in those countries go, oh,
yeah.
so it's cool to go up there.
And then they get here and they find out the borders are not wide open and they get sent back, right?
Wow. Shame on them.
The Joe Biden deportation train has never rolled more smoother, okay? Because he's deported quite a few people. Now, when you look at it, Kamala Harris and
Right
Joe
here.
Biden have both made public speeches. Our borders are not open.
Right.
Yet you get someone like Fled Cruz who went down to the border, and you had this. I swear to God, Zeus, if I'm lying, I'm flying. He's standing on the banks of the Rio Grande, pointing to Mexicans on the other side of the Rio Grande in Mexico, already calling them illegal immigrants.
Wow.
I'm like, over there, they're citizens.
Wow.
You lunatic. And it's just. He said, but this is what happens when you have open borders. And again, somebody on TV somewhere hears that, they spread that same misinformation.
And pretty much give these folks a reason to come to the United States illegally.
Yeah.
I am so through with the Republican Party.
Yeah.
I'm through. I never saw it like that, but wow.
And so next week when Title 42 expires, yeah, there's a lot of people waiting on the other side of the border, waiting to just come on over because it's wide open.
Wow.
And then you have, where's that at? El Paso, Texas. I believe the mayor of El Paso has already declared a state of emergency so that they can start, because they have hundreds of migrants sleeping on the street right now. And, you know, Republicans or Democrats, when it comes to immigration, it's a can they've been kicking down the road for decades. We still don't have a plan for DACA. Some people in the DACA program, they have actually been deported, right?
Yeah.
And these were basically immigrants that were brought here as children due to no fault of their own. Their parents trying to make a better life. The only thing they've ever known is the United States of America. And then you're going to let them join the military and then turn around and deport veterans, which they have done. I'm like, this, some about this ain't right, man.
It's not right. This is sad. This is sad at so many levels.
And Joe Biden did submit a comprehensive immigration plan.
And
to
what
the
happened
Congress.
with it? I remember.
Oh,
What happened with it?
Byron Donald said on television with his whole chest, we're not going to do anything with this plan. You know, he needs to. And they asked him, well, wait a minute. You got the plan. Why don't you start working with the president and negotiate this for that and see what you can make happen? Well, it's not a matter of negotiation. It's just not a feasible plan. So we're not really going to worry about working with it. I'm like,
Wow.
then you present one and let them work with you. He just want to filibuster the whole thing. We're not going to do this.
We're not going to do it.
And he said that with his whole chest on TV. You know, and it just, dude, it's hilarious to me. People keep voting against their own best interests.
They do it all the time, and then they turn around and they say it's the Democrats' fault. And it's like, hello, newsflash, just take a step back and follow the whole process. Don't stop midway through and think you got the whole picture. That's how you get lost in the sauce.
Yep. And Zeus, that's why I always use Texas as a prime example. Republicans have been in charge of the state of Texas for over 30 years. Yet everything that's wrong in the state of Texas, they sit there and blame Democrats for.
Make that make sense.
And it's
They blame Democrats for January 6th. They blame Democrats for inflation. I know that trick.
it was the Democrats. It was the Democrats that actually busted windows during the BLM protests.
Oh God!
But according to them, these were all riots. These were riots. Cities were burned to the ground.
Oh, the same cities I'm driving through day in and day out, they're burned to the ground. Come on, folks.
Yeah, burned right down.
Y'all gotta quit it. Y'all gotta make up some new rules out here, because we got all the conspiracies right here. It's not gonna work.
It's intolerable. But what I heard that man say today at the VA, man, I was just like, wow. Disney made a Joe Biden robot. And that's who's in the White House.
And he takes it that far. Why would they make a Joe Biden robot and not a Donald Trump robot? Why are we stopping at just one robot?
Why not make them all robots?
Yeah.
What was that movie? What was that? It was some movie. I can't remember the name of it. It was with Bruce Willis, where people were living vicariously through robots of themselves. And they were at home, connected to these things, plugged in, hooked up, all overgrown, and it was just, dude, it was just crazy. And I'm sitting thinking to myself, yeah, we don't have the technology to do something like that, but I don't know, man. I just don't know where they come from, but I feel bad for them, man.
I'm gonna ask these folks to unplug their TVs and stop watching too many movies. Get outside and exercise. Get your physical fitness together, because you're doing too much on the entertainment side. You're doing too much on the entertainment side, and it's starting to show.
Well, sorry, man, that's my iPad ringing. But it's like, I mean, think about it, like Felix. And I think you do a great job at protecting Felix. You really do. Yeah. Okay.
I know where he's at. I know he's got a good heart.
Because he listens to things, and then he gets stuck in his ways. But Felix doesn't realize he's one of these folks that's getting ready to vote against his own best interest. And there's so many other like that. I actually heard somebody today complain about how much taxes he had to pay Zeus. Said, I didn't have a problem when Trump was president. I'm like, you got tax cuts.
Yes.
Those tax cuts are starting to expire.
Yes.
Well, Joe Biden just raised our taxes.
Oh, Democrats again.
I was like, no. I said, brother, look, it don't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
He can't just come into the Oval Office on Monday morning and be like, all right,
change the tax rate.
Everybody's tax rate needs to go up 10%. That it don't work like that, brother.
Can Biden go into the White House and the next day make the price of eggs go up?
No. Not unless he's the only chicken farmer in the country.
Can Biden go into the White House and arrest Donald Trump?
No. Not without due process.
Nope.
But according to Donald Trump, he can go and take his firearm and worry about due process later. So, yeah, figure that one out.
What about Obama? Can Obama really be running the White House, and Biden is just the robot, and it's really Michelle Obama that's the first lady and stuff like that, and maybe Obama was responsible for COVID?
I'm pretty sure that's definitely not true. Zeus, you ever see this movie called Contagion?
No.
You should check it out sometime. One of the it's with Matt Damon, and basically you have an airborne virus that is infectiously deadly within 48 hours. That's how fast it happened. And one of the writers, one of the consultants on the movie was also part of President Obama's pandemic response team. And she was a consultant in the movie as well. But it really kind of helps to open your eyes what happens when you have misinformation spread.
Right.
And when you identify something as quickly as you can and then try to isolate it. And that's what Obama tried to do, because remember, Obama had to deal with SARS, Zika virus, A little
Yeah.
bit of a little smidgen of Ebola
You hear this,
and,
folks?
and the Deepwater Horizon catastrophe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, why did that thing blow up?
So it sounds to me like Obama has experience dealing with these things. Then, and if the claim is that Obama is in his third term, perhaps, then maybe that's a good thing for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. Why wouldn't we want to identify a deadly infectious disease before it spreads all over creation?
There you go.
You know,
There
I
you
don't
go.
know why we wouldn't want to do something like that.
Yeah. And have somebody that has experience dealing with these kind of things.
Absolutely.
Obama
So
was the fall of America, really. How?
yeah, yeah. They, oh my goodness. You
Listen,
know what? I feel my blood pressure going up, Zeus. I'm gonna go
okay.
ahead and relinquish myself from the closet of truth and yield back the remaining balance of my time.
Yield it back, brother, and keep up the good work, okay? In
I'm gonna try my best.
the fortress of truth that you rule over,
The
okay?
fortress of solid truth. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
fortress of solid truth. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. All right, brother. I'll see you later. Keep holding it down.
Will do. I will continue to hold it down. All right, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen,
brother.
brother
Peace, brother.
swerving. All right, no problem. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we're doing. Taking a little time out of the day to share the good news, the gospel, with those of you out here. You know, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Okay. Now let's see. Got a couple more people, and then Zeus is out of here. I want to hear from everyone who's willing to come in the box, if I can. Matty,
Hey, how
please.
you doing, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Oh, okay. So,
Hey, I
so,
guess
so.
oh no, it's tough. It's tough following swerving.
Oh, it's tough to follow him. Yeah. Well, everybody has their own, platform. So it's always nice when these platforms intersect and you get to kind of, see what other people are out here doing. I'll pray for you too, DJ. So, is
Hey,
there
I guess the whole thing. What's up?
huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Oh, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm 100% probably on your side on most topics. I think for me, the biggest thing is when you're talking with these people until January 6th is truly, put on trial with Jack Smith.
Yeah.
These people are they're going to continually, as somebody who served 24 years in the Army, to see a coup, it was a coup that was on our country,
Mm.
and Americans are not, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to know that this scary thing they hear happens all over the world. It happened here,
Right.
and that's tough to sit there and swallow. Like, wow, we had an
Do-
attempted coup in our government.
and to add insult to injury, it happened because of our president at the time, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, that's the thing is like a president, you know, that that he got duly sworn in. He then, attempted a soft coup. I mean, a government coup. People always think, oh, there were, these. Most coups are, a soft coup that just happened. Sometimes the military falls in line. Sometimes they don't. But
Well, okay, see, so people are in the comments right now as you're saying this. They're saying that what you just said sounds a little rich, and they can't fathom how you could make such a statement when there were no weapons involved.
well, there was weapons. I mean, at the January 6th route. I mean that insurrection. So there was weapons. I mean, obviously we've seen the videos. Anything could be used as a weapon. I mean, everyone assumes it's got to be an AR-15. Because guess what? That weapon of war is killing our children. So they
Mm,
assume that must be the weapon. That they
mm.
must see in order for a coup to happen.
There were cops getting sprayed with pepper spray. Their shields were being used against them. They were being crammed into the wall and the door. I mean, over 140 law enforcement officials, they say, were harmed, injured, or unalived on that day. With threats to the vice president, Mike Pence. You heard them out there chanting. They weren't saying, "Hey, Mike Pence." No, it was the other
These
thing.
people, these people don't realize that Mike Pence was all of our vice president. I didn't vote for him, but he was still
I
my
didn't
vice
either.
president. And guess what? He was running for his life. Our vice president was running for his life. How much more serious of an event does America need to see that says, wow, that was probably a coup attempt? You know, we have to just come to grips with it. That's where, I mean, these people are living in fantasy because they're allowed to live in fantasy because there's been no accountability, you
Mm.
know?
So there's going to be accountability? Wouldn't you agree when Jack Smith gets to the bottom of all of this, right?
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
brings down
definitely. That's,
he's going to bring down the boom. Um, I don't think Trump is the only one that he's going to bring it down on. What do you think?
well, of course not. I mean, but Mike Pence he's already been interviewed. So this is, I mean, people don't realize the damning stuff that he has already told Jack Smith. I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, you know, that little stuff you see Mike Pence doing on TV. All right. There's going to be real, under oath, honesty stuff going on. And when American people see these transcripts of our vice president, you know, that day, or the events that led up to that day.
You know, when you make it a point to refer to Pence as our vice president, it just makes it hurt a little more. You know what I mean? Because I didn't vote for Mike Pence either, but the idea that our vice president had to testify about the conduct of our president, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It really does.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that we have to. It leaves a bad taste. Like I say, I retired after 24 years of serving
Thank
in
you
the
for your
Army.
service.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yes.
But so it's like, you know, I served under many different presidents. I was very apolitical when I was in the military, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and since I've retired, obviously, I just happened to retire right as as like the 6 months prior to like his election loss. And
Mm-hmm.
the day, like you guys are talking about the Bible situation. I
Right.
remember
Upside down Bible.
I called my brother that day. I said, dude, a president chose a religion for every. No, we do. There is no one religion in the United States. I'm like, the man cleared protesters and held a Bible, you know, and then General Milley was there, and I remember thinking, what? It just shook me to the bone. And I
Wow.
was like, so the next 6 months, everyone saw it. I'm not the only person who's like, I live in reality. All
Yeah.
the events that were coming up, he was firing people, hiring new defense. I mean, it's just like everyone saw what he was trying. Very obvious.
Yeah.
And I mean, so there's no like, there's not a lot of research when we saw it
Mm-hmm.
daily.
We
And,
saw it.
we saw it, we felt it, and we saw January 6th. So you can twist it any which way you want. Gen Z saw January 6th. They know. They know what a coup looks like.
Yeah.
These kids are the most informed generation. I don't
Yeah.
think they want to like live under dictatorship. They're
Nope.
starting to see that how it's working in these states.
Mm.
When you get authoritarian rule like this, it's very scary how it starts to affect everybody. But January, that his 7-point plan, that 7-point coup plan that he had, it's 7 points, and not just the insurrection. There's 7 prongs to this thing, and until it's all investigated, and that's 7 different types of crimes.
That's
You know,
right.
these people will
7
eventually
different.
come back to reality.
Mm. Justice needed. He's not living in fantasy. He is highlighting the real realities that we experienced here in these lovely United States of America. Okay? This is what Fox News wasn't telling you. This man has served 24 years for the United States. Doesn't his voice matter? They don't.
Well, but that's the thing. That's the thing with authoritarian rule.
Mm,
There's no, yeah. I mean, that they like the autocrat. They love it. People don't
mm.
realize when coups work, you got to have a big group of people aside with that coup. These people don't realize they're siding with sedition against our country. They're siding with it. They don't realize you're on the side. History will look at you as the Confederacy. It's a Confederate moment that you guys are living in. You
Right.
guys are part of the team, part of something that the Confederacy was traitorous and Trump was traitorous. We've had two traitorous events in our history. And guess what? There's bad and there's a side to each side. And you guys are choosing to be on the side of somebody who tried sedition against our Constitution. It's not their it's our country. It's everyone who's American. It's ours. It's not Trump doesn't have the monopoly of the flag. He doesn't have the monopoly of, the Constitution. It's all of ours.
Ours.
It's ours.
Thank you, Matty G.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I appreciate that. You got in here and you told the truth. Just for the sake of clarity and full transparency, did I have to coach you to say those things?
No, I don't. I've never talked to you before.
See, this is what's going on in America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not Zeus, it's the truth. But that does.
Hey, I appreciate your time, though, Zeus. I know you got other people.
Yes, I appreciate.
Hey, I follow you still, man. I enjoy your lives.
Yes, I'm going to follow you as well. I go live every Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, where
I'm retired, so I got time.
Well, listen, come on in there. It's a great group of us, even people who don't agree with me, I for the most part. As long as you come in respectful, I don't mind. I can deal with some of the feedback, okay? And no, I'm not getting paid by the
I was in the Army, so I might swear every now and then. That's in my
I'm
trying to be cognizant of that.
There's no cursing. You will get
I know. I was really focused on it.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. And again, thank you for your service, champ.
Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate what you do, man.
All right. You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Matty G came in and blessed us with the truth. This is what this is all about out here, ladies and gentlemen. No name calling needed, no insulting. We just get straight down to business. All right, now let's bring up, Shannon Stay, I think, is back. All right. Shannon Stay, please, I hope the echo is fixed. Thank you, Matty G, by the way. Oh, it's getting the internet connection issue. It's not working. Yes, he is a good guy. All right. That did not work. Okay. We have to deal with some blasphemy in the kingdom from my good friend Little Hawk.
I'm back.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, Athena, you're here. Nice to see you. Oh, I'm doing great.
That's good.
How are you doing?
Double H. Any old way.
Sir. Again.
What?
You know it is Triple H for.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, all of a sudden you got amnesia. Okay? You better tell the truth and start shaming the devil, bro.
I know, right?
Yeah, why they always want to take away some of my glory?
I try to be in the fame like you. Hey, but let me piggyback off this dude, the guy that served this country for 24 years.
Yes.
He was right. One thing I can say about the insurrection, and this is my main topic out of all the things that happened with Trump, was that insurrection, that January 6th. So, and whoever sponsored the January 6th, they are traitors. They are traitors to this country, and they don't believe that. They don't see that they are traitors to this country because they can't. As a few good men said, they can't handle the truth. Facts. They cannot handle the truth. They know that Lexi was not stolen. You know what I'm saying? They know this.
They know it. We told them.
Hold on. Fox News pretty much told them after they paid these people $784 million.
Yeah.
How can you not believe that this shit? excuse my French, excuse
Keep
me,
it clean.
that it was,
I
yeah,
think
I know,
you know
I
what?
know.
You might be losing an H every time you do that.
I'm not humble, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can tell.
No, definitely not humble. We already know that. Well, I'm not definitely humble, but I'm handsome though and
Oh
sexy.
Lord,
So
he
I
continued
gotta
with the
put H.
blasphemy.
I gotta put. But anyway, Zeus, leave me alone with that one right there. Okay. But again, so I was in your buddy live this past weekend.
Oh, okay, good.
I wanted to come up yesterday, but I was at work, and he wouldn't let me get a word in at all. Far as he was telling me that he supports Biden now and all this stuff like that. It was pretty much a joke. He was joking around with it, but he had a lot of people in his room like you do.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't let me express myself. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad?" Because you people sitting up here trying to tell a lie. You telling lies that what really happened and what's really going on in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like Marty Taylor Greene. You know what I'm saying? This woman, I don't know. I don't know. Did she graduate from third grade? I don't know if you know if you can graduate from third grade. But
I don't know.
This woman said, "Ice Age, the Ice Age. How can you? Who had politics in the Ice Age? Like literally."
Where is she getting this stuff from?
Man,
and why did she go visit those folks in jail? Do you know why? Do you know
why?
Why?
I know why.
Oh,
because she was a part of the plan.
Oh.
She's a part of the plan.
Oh.
Her, Jim Jordan, was a part of the plan. And the other guy that's named Lindsey Graham, he was part of the plan too, to take over the country. Don't let me forget Ted Cruz. He was part of the plan too. It's got a lot of audio, video about what he was saying, how to take over the country after Trump lost, and he know Trump lost. So Jack Smith
that name right
got them
there.
recordings. Jack Smith got them recordings. See, here's the thing: the Republican people, they don't look at the real news. And let's not go by CNN. I stopped watching CNN after they fired Don Lemon. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm starting to get that itch as well. I heard some more bad news. They're slowly bringing Trump onto CNN.
And the bad news, they're gonna let this dude talk for an hour and 30 minutes, at a town hall meeting next week.
Good job,
which is crazy. Why would you let this traitor to this country talk on CNN out of all the platforms you put them on? Why don't you put them on Newsmax, put them back on Fox News? But CNN, but I'm gonna tell you why they let him go on CNN. Because CNN is owned by a Republican now. A Republican brought CNN 2.5 years ago. Look it up, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't believe that.
Shame,
look it up.
Exactly, justice needed.
Okay, so that's the reason.
I might have to let it go. I might have to let go of CNN too.
Man, CNN is over with me. I'm done with CNN. It's like I can't even watch CNN no more because they is not keeping. They're gonna be a new Fox.
Don Lemon.
They got rid of Don Lemon. They got rid of Chris Cuomo. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to spill the beans on his brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason they got rid of Chris. Yeah. So I've been watching MSNBC this, for the last week. You know what I'm saying?
How's that been doing you?
It's been doing me some just. I can say it's been doing me some justice. It's got more information than CNN does, and they're not biased.
Okay.
They keep it on both sides. They keep it in the middle. They keep it as an independent. They keep it moderate. Let's say that. Let's say they keep it moderate. Okay. So
it's going to be tough to change this diet. It's going to be tough, but you're right. I'm not cool with you sneaking Trump into my daily routine of CNN unless it's us covering him doing what he shouldn't be doing. But I will not be
Exactly.
giving him. I will not be giving him any kind of my attention. Not for an hour. Absolutely
Hour
not.
and 30 minutes. It's an
Nope.
hour and 30 minutes.
Peace and locks. Yeah, I won't be doing that.
No, I won't be doing that either. So
Yeah.
I mean, so at the same time, we have to be vigilant about what we watch and who we watch.
Absolutely.
Real talk. So
Be
I
vigilant.
mean, I give up my time, and you can put somebody else on. And it was nice talking to you.
Okay, yeah, nice talking to
Double
you.
H.
And
It was nice talking to you, Double H.
ladies and gentlemen,
I stole one of your H's, and I put an HS on it.
wow. Some folks out here just ain't got no home training.
I put an H and an S on it. Handsome and sexy. That's
Oh,
what I am.
Lord, you're defiling the kingdom. Lord have mercy. Some folks, they just don't got no home training. Okay, they weren't raised by humans. They were raised by wolves or something.
All right, little bro. I'm gonna talk to you later, man.
All right.
Call it back.
All right, you too, and keep it clean wherever you're taking that nasty S at.
Stop it.
You keep that S to yourself. How about that?
Stop it. I can't get out of this.
Let me help you out with your
help me out.
With your S self. Lord have mercy. Give these folks some rope and they all of a sudden start thinking they're cowboys. Shame. Shame on you. You're gonna take away one of my H's and give yourself an S? S for shame. All right, okay, our last guest. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's been quite an experience today in the closet of truth. Greetings, Brother Robert.
What's going on, Zeus?
Hey, another day, another dollar. What about you?
Hey, just sitting back, relaxing, man. I'm
right.
off. I've been off for the last couple of days, but anyway, I wanted to speak on about the young man that said he had been to the VA.
Oh, okay.
Remember earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Swervy, yeah. Say, listen. Being a veteran is a blessing and a curse. Cause I'm ex-military, right? And I've had some issues. You know what I'm saying? No. I've had some issues, and I'm grateful to the VA for the things that they've helped me with, because we get certain things, done without medical health care insurance, right?
Right.
The problem is that they don't reveal the underlying issues of the VA, like the one here in El Paso. I live in El Paso. Okay. He was talking about the border crisis in El Paso. I live in El Paso. The thing that really irks me about the VA is that they don't really reveal the dirty part about it, right? A couple of weeks ago, Zeus, I swear to God, man, a veteran was in crisis, and it really, really hurt me, man. I mean, to the point where I got angry, right?
Right.
Veteran was in crisis.
Mm-hmm.
He went up to the VA clinic here in El Paso and tried to get some help, right?
Right.
And instead of them, we have a behavioral health section in the VA clinic, right?
Right.
Okay. And this veteran was in crisis, and he went there, and they told him to make an appointment with his primary care physician. The guy was in deep crisis, Zeus. He went out in the parking lot and blew his brains out.
What?
Okay, see? Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
See,
that's
painful to hear.
You have to live it, right? I mean, I went up to the VA the other day, man, and you should see the place, man. The glass that's in the building It's all busted out, everything, right? You know, I'm pretty sure a bunch of veterans got teed off about what happened to that young man, right? Because that
Right.
was not necessary. And
Right.
I know one of the I know one of the counselors in the behavioral health center personally, right?
Right. Right.
And and to be totally honest with you, I blame him for not helping this
You do?
veteran with his. Yes, I do. For this
Wow.
reason, because that's his job. He's a
Huh.
counselor. If a veteran comes to you in crisis, you supposed to be you supposed to reach out and
Mm.
help him understand, because a crisis situation, veterans are killing themselves by the hundreds every 24 hours, Zeus. See,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. That a lot of people don't know this, right?
Yeah. It's. I
But
mean, is the
but
issue there's not enough support for the Veterans Office? Veterans.
no, there's not. There's not. Why you think this young man took his life? He took his life because there was no one to help support him in a crisis situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just referring people because that's probably the quick and easiest thing to do instead of providing the full amount of services
The
that they
full
could.
scope,
Yeah.
of behavioral health is to help a veteran, whether he's an alcoholic, drug addict, right? You
Right.
understand? And because a lot of our boys they go in the military and they come back addicted to drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, right? And depending on where they serve, because my son, he did two tours in Iraq. Okay, he
Hmm.
suffered from PTSD really, really bad. Okay,
Right.
so that's the VA's job, but they don't reveal the
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 dark
deep.
side, so to speak.
Yes, yes. Thank you very
Everyone,
much.
what I'm getting from this discussion is, while we're out here kind of trying to, you know, point out that the VA is there to help veterans. What you're
Yeah.
bringing to my attention is it's not all cookies out there, so to speak. There's this part that needs to be addressed in terms
And
of the ability to help soldiers that are in crisis.
and guess what? The Republicans, the Republican Congress side of Congress, 217 of them voted against veterans health care. Just voted against veterans health care. Now what
I
does that
heard
tell
that.
you?
Well,
You
I
see,
could I have my opinion about it, but you're a veteran, right? And so, what does that tell you?
that tells me that the people who sit in high places, who won't even, who has never put on a uniform, stood on guard duty, right, for 12 hours, right, or been to the theater where there was actually a war going on, right? That they don't understand what it actually means to
Mm,
be a veteran.
mm,
See, see,
mm, mm,
that's what that tells me.
and that's
See,
not good. To me, that's not
see,
good. If that's It's not good for them
that's
to do that because at the end of the day, they'll do that and then they'll ask you for your vote, right? That's kind of what they do.
right, right,
And you're
right,
saying, and
right,
you're saying from your
right,
position, you're not getting the vote. You're not getting my vote
right,
because you're
right. But
you're
see,
not representing, the needs that I have, which is a fair statement to make.
absolutely. And the most critical thing about it is
Hmm.
that these guys, man, they have sons and daughters that have volunteered to go to the military. This is one of the reasons why they are coming at veterans like this. Okay, because they really did want their sons and daughters to join the military in the first place. That's why there's so many spending cuts when it comes to military appropriations. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll
No.
spend the money to make it feasible, right? But after you're done, you're a liability, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a liability for sure. So where do you think is the reasonable path forward? We can't get everything we ask for. You know how that goes,
Of
right?
course, of course not. Of course not. But the thing that that irks me the most is that out of all of the people that go and vote, right, for these people, right, they not looking deep within these people to see their actual motive for becoming a senator or a representative. Okay,
Right.
they only looking at the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that glitters ain't gold.
Facts. Facts. That's what my
Say,
mama used to tell me.
you see what I'm saying? So it's the ulterior motive that people that vote for these people need to be really looking at. Like Trump. Come on, man. Come on, man. This dude tried to be a dictator in a country that I serve, and it's not happening. You feel me?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't like it when you talk about Trump.
I don't care. I don't care. For this simple reason. For this simple reason. Because guess what?
What's that?
The Constitution guarantees me what? Right of freedom of speech?
Yep.
Right?
Right.
If they can do it, why can't I?
Hey.
Why can't I?
Why can't you? You have the right to.
See? And that's the thing that irks me the
They don't
most.
want you to have the right they got.
Well, see, the thing about it is that it has to do with color, right? Okay? I'm just going to put it out there. And I'm not playing race card. I'm not going to, say a bunch of these folks are racist. I don't care nothing about none of that. It's what I see. I grew up during Jim Crow days. Zeus, okay?
Yeah.
I remember when I remember when black people weren't even allowed to go in walk in the front door of a white-owned business. Okay? And guess what? They trying to bring it back around again. And it ain't happening. Okay?
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening, bro.
Nope, it ain't happening.
Okay? It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And especially for a country, especially in a country that my dad served, my dad's friends served, right? I've served, my son served. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell the truth, blame the devil.
We not gonna even thinking about. They're not. I don't care what they think. What they thinking. It's not happening.
It's not happening, ladies and gentlemen.
You feel me?
It's not happening. They're trying to pass legislation out there to.
I mean, it's blatant racism. It's blatant racism. Blatant racism that these folks are throwing in people of color's faces. Okay.
And sexism, right? You see what they're doing? They're attacking women's
and these women, these beautiful women that they attacking, right? They need to get out and help these men and these veterans get together and vote all of these old guys out of office. They've been there too long. Okay?
They're compromised.
You understand what I'm saying?
Their interest isn't our interest, perhaps. Yes, vote them out.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey.
And vote blue if you know what's good for you.
hey, it's not. Listen. Being a Democrat or Republican or liberal or progressive, moderate, it doesn't matter. It's what your heart's. It's what's inside your heart, man.
Hey, I was talking about that yesterday. I said.
You understand what I'm saying? It's what's inside your heart, man.
The man or woman in the mirror. It starts with you.
Okay.
Spoke to that. I see you. Yeah, preach on. Yeah.
Hey,
it's time to make that change.
Because you can't tell me. I'm looking at the governor of Texas, right? Greg Abbott. This man's in a wheelchair. He the most cold-heartedest man I ever seen, and he's married to a person of color.
Oh.
His wife is Hispanic, bro. His mother-in-law is Mexican. Okay? If you don't believe me, look it up.
Wow.
And he's the most heartless man I've ever seen in my. Why is he wanting to send what he call illegal immigrants to different cities right around the country? Because it's Joe Biden's fault that the border crisis is his fault. Okay.
It's not Joe Biden's fault because remember, according to them, Joe Biden is a robot
Yeah, and
And
he was
he's
built
not
at
the only
Disney.
difference. It's
Yeah,
Obama.
yeah. Obama, he running the country behind Joe Biden's back, right? Okay. Give me a break, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Yazzie. Yes.
You
Listen.
know,
Yes. Now I'm gonna have to give you a follow, brother Robert. Okay. I like your message. All right. I really do. And
I
I'm going to
appreciate that.
yes, and I'm going to encourage you to keep on living your truth. Okay, no matter how hard it is. Okay, because that's what matters. And make sure when you do go vote, you vote for the person that you feel represents your best interest. Okay.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, Zeus. It's
Yes.
hard to see if these people represent because of the fallacy that they represent.
Well, that's why you got to start within and look at yourself and make sure you're good in terms of what you do. And keep
Absolutely,
delivering your truth. This truth that you
absolutely.
hear today, I'm pretty sure there are some people out here who are going to reciprocate it in different ways. They're going to
Of course
remember
they
the
are. Of
story.
course they are.
They're
Of
going to
course they
remember
are.
what they heard in the closet of truth with you and I, along with others, and they're going to say, "This is the best choice to make when they get to that point in time."
Of course, of course. But the thing about it is that we have to make sure that the truth is spoken to power. You see,
Yeah.
okay? Because these people not really representing America that I grew up in. The America I grew up in, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
though it was under false pretenses. The
Right.
America I grew up in was under false pretenses, but it was still a good place to grow up in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it still has a bright future. A lot of people, they like to get out here and they like to spread fear about the future of this country. And I have to agree with President Biden. It's a bad idea to bet against America. You know, we have been an impressive country. If you follow, civilizations and history, what we've been able to demonstrate in this country is very impressive. So don't just dwell on the negative. Enjoy some of the positives. Okay.
Right, right. But
Yeah.
but 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 guess what? Negativity is a comfort zone. Not only fear, negativity is a comfort zone because you can actually wallow in it without feeling being conscious of what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. You gotta safeguard your mind from the negativity. That's why I tell people, it's not just about being physically healthy. It's also about being mentally healthy. Okay.
Yep.
Do whatever you got to do to keep your mind healthy. Stay out of the lies on TikTok that are promoting lies and misinformation and fear. It does you no good.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Zoo. That's why I sit here and I was listening to you live. I've seen a couple of your lives before, right?
Yeah.
And I sit here and I listen. But when that young man mentioned the VA, I had to say something. You know what I'm saying?
See how that
Yeah.
works? You see how that
Huh?
works? Somebody gonna reach somebody, and that's gonna get to somebody, and next thing you know, we have a chain
Right.
reaction.
Right, right. So
Hey.
that's what I'm saying. The VA ain't all it's cracked up to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always room for improvement, but the important part is for those of you who are affiliated with the VA in some capacity, you heard the message. Whatever you can do to help make it a better experience for our veterans, please do it.
Yes. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Listen,
Have a good day, Zeus.
You too. And that's going to
Hey.
wrap up today's episode of the Closet of Truth, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, we've had another, thank you so much. We've had another amazing experience together. You and I, we've connected with all the wonderful people in the Closet of Truth to bond over what's going on in this country and to stand up to lies and misinformation. Thank you so much for those gifts. We stood up to misinformation. We don't promote lies and conspiracies. We don't name call. We don't curse. We just talk to regular Americans, no matter where they are, and help make sure they know the truth. And to my friend, Little Hawk, who came into the kingdom and committed one of the most egregious acts. He took away one of my H's. And he gave himself an S and told us that meant something it shouldn't mean. You need to repent. Get down on your knees, brother, and repent. Turn away from your wicked ways, okay? Because you and I both know God is a jealous God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all who can make it tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, where I will be bringing down the hammer of truth. Yazzie, thank you for the flowers. And take care, everyone. Until next time.